Meet Vlad. This tiny kitten may be happy and hairy now, but that wasn't the case when Shania Young brought him home at the beginning of November.
I started to notice that he was maybe a little bit sore, he was tired, he didn't want love or to be comforted in any way.
Young picked up Vlad under the impression he was a hairless Sphynx kitten. According to Young, so did the Red Deer woman who first bought him from someone claiming to be from Calgary. That woman then sold the four-legged feline to Young after only a couple days because he wasn't doing well in her home. Young says the first thing she noticed were the cuts on his body and gash on his tail.
His tail was near the point of needing to be amputated. It was starting to turn a dark color.
Thankfully, some medication healed the kitten's wounds. But not even a week later, Vlad started growing a full coat of hair and whiskers. That's when she realized the kitten was shaved completely bare.
I never imagined anything like this happening, and even the vet has been a vet for 15 years, and she told me she'd never heard of a situation like this before. It was just something that you don't think would happen to anyone.
We reached out to the SPCA about the situation. The organization says an investigation is underway.
We're not looking into the fraud aspects of these counterfeit cats. What we're looking at is whether or not the cats were in distress because of the apparent shaving of them to make them look like Sphynx cats.
The SPCA says it wants to find out who's responsible, and then they could face charges. The organization says if you have evidence that a previous owner of an animal has caused harm to it, to call the Alberta SPCA so they can investigate. As for Young, she's just happy Vlad is in a good home now and is sharing their story in the hopes it never happens again.
I wasn't even aware that things like this were happening in the world, so I think awareness is key.
Taylor Oseen, CTV News, Blackfalds.